Hello Soul Family, welcome to Alchemy Mystic Healing Messages. In this reading, we will be looking into how you can integrate self-awareness into your everyday life and manifestation process. The objective of this reading is to assist you with introspecting on these subconscious thoughts and beliefs that may be blocking you from pursuing and or receiving the abundant life of fulfillment you desire. This is a collective message, so will not be for any specific zodiac sign. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever this message finds you is when you are meant to receive it. Please utilize your discernment and only take the messages that resonate with you. If you are in need of any additional assistance or support on your spiritual healing and or self-improvement journeys, I am also available for distant Reiki Therapy services. If you would like to learn more about Reiki Therapy, how it may benefit you, and details on the services I provide, all of that information can be found on the channel's community tab. If you stick around to the end of the message, I will let you know how you can receive a free Clear Ground Protect 20-minute distant Reiki Therapy session. Alright you guys, let's see what kind of healing messages the universe has for us today. So for the Soul Truth Oracle, the message that we have is, what can I burn? Alright, getting very fiery energy. Alright, it says burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that can run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Today's soul action is make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? All right. So it looks like we are writing out and defining the next chapter of our lives. We have the Five of Swords coming out, which is Aquarius energy. We have the Ten of Wands coming out, Sagittarius energy. We have the Page of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we have the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Heavy on the air energy, but still a little bit opposing. This Ten of Wands is saying that you guys are at a point, whomever I'm speaking to within the soul family, are at a point where you're ready to put down your burdens. And these burdens may be pain, shame, criticism, what you've done wrong in the past, right? That Five of Swords energy may be your energy. And it's not to shame anyone or to criticize anyone, but we all have our shadow sides, and we all have aspects of us where we need to be introspective and say, you know, healing is not just about cutting out the people. Well, a combination of healing, improving, and raising our vibration is what I really want to say. Is not only about cutting out the people that don't serve us, but it is also about looking at what we need to cut out within ourselves. And even if we have cut out past behaviors that didn't serve us, right? If we used to do things that were lower vibrational, it is important that as we move forward, we go ahead and we forgive ourselves, right? Because carrying the burdens of what we used to do and who we used to be is also keeping our vibrations low. It keeps our heart heavy, right? We have a resentment of ourselves. We have a disdain for ourselves. This Page of Swords is doing some sort of research. They're trying to figure something out They're looking into something. And then we have the King of Cups, who is upright, emotionally mature. He's emotionally sound, right? He has the capacity to not only take on all the turbulence that may come on in his life, or come towards him in his life, while remaining emotionally grounded, but he is also able to help others in carrying their emotional baggage as well. Let's say sideways, maybe not in reverse, right? Because in reverse, he might be emotionally manipulative. But let's say sideways, he might not be able to express all of what has transpired, right? And there's a difference between not choosing to express, right, or share. I can still work through my emotions by journaling, by meditating, by reflecting on them, by changing my perspective on them. And maybe even that's what that process is with the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. Maybe someone either is digging through the depths of their emotions at this time and taking a very logical look at it, right? Trying to see where they have the ability to change their perspective, what they have the ability to release, right? And you're not making your feelings less shallow by doing that. The depths of your feelings are still going to be there, but I feel like it's about getting to calmer waters within you, right? There's calmer waters in terms of your environment, right? Not wanting to be in an environment that is chaotic, not wanting to have to deal with conflict and adversity. But there's also about getting to calmer waters within ourselves, where we say, I am at peace with me. What I have done, I have done. I have asked, a higher power, whomever that may be, for forgiveness. And in asking them for forgiveness, I have also vowed to do better, right? To do better and to take a different approach in life, to embark upon my life's journey in a different manner, to try to rectify certain situations, right? So if there was a certain aspect of my life, there's a story, I don't know if it's a folk tale or what it is. I feel like it's attached to some culture, and I don't know the culture, and I don't even know where the story came from. And this is not an example, well, it is an example of how one could rectify a situation, right? How one could shift their karma, and how you do it in your life is going to be, I just got a message. It is some kind of notification. It is crazy early in the morning, so that may be a confirmation that the focus may need to be on shifting your karma. So the story is about, or the folklore or whatever it is, it's about a woman that used to assist women, and I'm not speaking on my personal beliefs surrounding this situation. I don't really have a dog in this fight, even though I could have a dog in this fight, but I don't really take it on as my own fight. And y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about that nonetheless. In the folklore, there's a lady who performs, she assists women, because we are still on YouTube, she assists women with their right to choose, if you can read between the lines, right? She assists women with their right to choose. And if you live in the U.S., you know that this is something that is a hot topic at the moment, because there are a number of laws in a lot of the states that have shifted in terms of women's right to choose. Okay, and so in rectifying her karma, and I'm not saying that this is her karma, in my opinion, I'm going off of what the story was. Her rectifying the karma was her shifting from this line of work to her shifting to either, I don't know, she became a someone who pairs people up, right, like a matchmaker, or if she became someone who ended up assisting people with giving birth, right? Something like a doula is what I'm getting, right? So she shifted her energy, and she shifted how she put her energy out into the universe, right? So maybe, especially with my notification going off very unexpectedly, maybe that is something that you need to look into. And of course, this very specific example will not be, or probably won't be, how things correspond in your specific life. But I feel like it is something that you could consider. How can I, in my life, in order to feel better about how I move forward, right? Yes, I am no longer doing the thing, but how can I put positive energy out there into the universe to counter this energy that I have shame about, or guilt around, or felt as if I could be criticized, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy, the Emperor, Aries energy, the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and the 7 of Pentacles, Taurus energy. For whatever reason, I wanted to say Sagittarius, so there may very well be a Sagittarius involved in a situation. You may be a Sagittarius or have it highly aspected in your chart. But once again, that Sagittarius energy, that 10 of Wands, I want to say is Saturn and Sagittarius. So you may want to look into whether or not that is a placement in your chart. Give me just a second. Let me get a drink of water. So with the 4 of Pentacles, being here with this Page of Wands, very interesting. I'm getting what do I need to hold my energy back from, which is something that we've already spoken about, right? Shifting your energy from what you used to do, or if it is where you are right now and you are wanting to move forward, I think it's important that we know that we can shift our karma, that we can clear our karma, that we have the capacity to pay off karmic debt, right? And I feel like it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of determination and a lot of discipline with this Emperor energy being out here. It may also require a shift in how we choose to pursue wealth or finances, a shift in our mentality surrounding what is necessary, right? Because even in the example of the woman assisting, the particular woman in the story helping other women in their right to choose, right? Assisting them in that process. It may have been a lucrative business. It may have been somewhat of a necessity, right? Something a lot of people were seeking out. And so if she had the capacity to assist people in that process, she would have been able to kind of corner the market, so to speak, right? But somehow it wasn't sitting well with her. And I feel like that is where the level of karma was coming in, right? It either wasn't sitting well with her, it was burdening her, it may have been bringing on not as much positive energy as she was hoping for. It may have put her in the 4 of Pentacles energy, and I'm speaking to this folklore, right? Where the money wasn't flowing, right? Even though the circumstance seemed as if it should have brought in a lot of money, she was still feeling financially restricted, is what I'm getting. And maybe that is what made her look into the situation. So not only is she, let's say, an emperor, right? Business owner, and in a career field, let's call it, where money could be flowing. And that may be what it is. There we go. All right. Here we go. So I just saw 15:15 on the clock. 2 6s are about moving in the right direction and having balance. And, you know, 1s are about new beginnings. 5s are about changes. There may be an aspect to your life that may not be karmic in the general sense, right? But it may be karmic for you personally. And by karmic for you personally, I mean that it does not align with your heart's desires or your soul's mission or your divine path, is what I'm getting, right? It may be an emperor type of position, right? So even let's say you're a doctor, but and this woman that I'm speaking of could be a doctor, right? If she's performing surgical procedures, if she is well, I don't think anesthesiologists are doctors. I think they might be nurses, they might be both. I'm not exactly sure, right? They're still in the medical field nonetheless. If it brings you a level of pain, if it brings you a level of shame, right? And not from the outside, but from within you. And it seems like, or it seemed like, a great way to earn an income because the demand is there, because the market is there, right? And somehow you still find yourself in these financial constraints. There are doctors out there who their family lives lavishly and they are burning out 10 of Wands energy. You know, they work at the hospital. They also have a clinic that they work at. They might have, you know, their own setup in terms of their own business that they do, right? They're stretched extremely thin and upholding the lifestyle that matches with who their title is. It isn't working for them, right? That 5 of Swords energy is not outside energy working against them. It's internal energy working against them. And so the 7 of Pentacles is this assessment of where you are investing your time and your energy. And it's not being as fruitful as it could be because it doesn't align with your heart center, because the decision that was made was not made from your heart center. It was about getting to the money at all costs. It was about, and not to say that being a doctor is wrong, but if that is not your soul's mission, it may be wrong for you specifically, right? So it's something to examine. Why am I still in these constraints? Is this a sign that I should be shifting my energy in a different direction? If it feels burdensome, if it doesn't feel good within my own being, what changes need to be made? What would feel better, right? And I guess the first shift would be exploring other things, maybe shifting your lifestyle around. I feel like I've gotten a similar message not too long ago. Shifting your lifestyle, exploring hobbies, maybe changing a hobby that you have, if you have one, or have the opportunity or the time and the energy to explore one, right? Like you've already had it in your life, to try to see how you can monetize it, right? If it is the thing that makes you happy, how can you spend more time doing that? And how can you hold back your energy from the thing that is bringing your burden that doesn't feel right within you, even if it seems like it should be right? And I think that is how you will identify whether the shift is necessary. Logically, it is something that should be abundant, but on paper, you are feeling financial restrictions, right? That is how you know that an assessment needs to be made in terms of what kind of work you do or career you're embarking upon or type of business that you are running. All right, you guys, this is what I have for you today. If you resonate with this message, were able to obtain any clarity, or found it to be helpful in any other manner, please like, share, subscribe, and feel free to share your story in the comments section. These expressions of gratitude are not only free for you, but they also allow me to develop a deeper connection to your energy. With this deeper connection, I am able to pull messages that are more aligned with your specific situation. I want to thank you guys for being here, and as promised, I have a quick message letting you know how you can receive a free Clear, Ground, Protect 20-minute distant Reiki therapy session. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. If you look in the description box below, the first link is labeled Free Reiki for the Soul Family. When you select it, it will take you to the Alchemy Mystic shop, where you can either obtain the free 20-minute distant Reiki session or purchase one of the 40-minute distant Reiki sessions at a 30% discount. I will be making a total of 11 free sessions available on Tuesday of each week for the next 4 weeks. When checking out, it will ask how much you would like to pay. You may enter $0 or a higher amount if you would like to provide a tip. The Clear Ground Protect 20-minute session works best as a spiritual hygiene practice for anyone obtaining or providing spiritual services, such as private tarot card readings. This is great for empaths who may take on the negative energy of those around them. This is for anyone who works in a toxic environment or an environment that involves high levels of customer interaction that ends up leaving you feeling drained. And last but not least, this is great for anyone struggling with anxiety, depression, feelings of overwhelm, and/or low energy. This service is performed remotely at the date and time that you schedule your appointment. The service can be performed while you are conducting your everyday activities, with the exception of operating a vehicle or any heavy machinery. I look forward to serving you soon.